What is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Sunday, August 14th slate of MLB action. I'm super excited to dive into it. We do have a pretty good slate once again today. All the games are pretty much going on throughout the day. We do have one late night hitter, but most of the games are going to be at like 11, 12, 1, kind of in that time frame. So I am very excited to spend my Sunday afternoon watching some baseball. But before we did just go ahead and dive into it, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. It surely does help me out a lot. So just make sure that you guys don't miss any of the videos. That's what the notification bell is for. So without any further ado, one more thing, just wanted to give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me, way, way, way more than you guys will ever know. So thank you guys so much for that. Also, thank you guys so much for all the support here recently. We've been gaining a ton of subs, and like I said, I want to hit that 7,000 by the time the NBA season starts, so that way I can do a giveaway for you guys. So make sure that you guys are subbed if you guys are new. But without any further ado, I'll quit rambling on. We'll do a quick recap from yesterday. Definitely not the outcome that we wanted, but we did end up going 1-2 on the day. So it was kind of a mess, but we'll go ahead and talk about it. We had the Detroit Tigers and the White Sox no run first inning. That one was actually pretty tough. There was only one person on base, and then with one out left, they got a sacrifice fly, and that runner ended up scoring. So it was very, very unfortunate. But I've been doing really bad on the NRFIs. I think I know that NRFIs are kind of hard to predict, but I've been really bad on them. So I think I might lay off of them here for a little while. But yeah, so we ended up not working out on that one. Then we had the Rangers team total under. Wow, that was an absolute clown bet. The Rangers just decided to, absolutely destroy the skin off the baseball. They played really, really well. So nothing we could do about that one. Then we did have the Rays money line. I'm sorry about this pick from yesterday, guys. It's like when I made the video, I totally assumed that Baltimore would not necessarily, I didn't think the Rays would be minus 180 on the money line. I really didn't. I thought it'd be closer to a pick 'em. I figured the Rays would be favored, but definitely not by that much. I thought it'd be like minus 135, 140, something like that. But they ended up being minus 180. So I put it in the pin comment if you guys wanted a good pivot. I thought that the first 5 was a good pivot, or if you even ended up going to the run line, both of them hit. So it was very unfortunate. I just thought it was going to be much. I didn't think it was going to be that close. So that was basically all I was trying to say. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into today's plays. We do have 2 plays. Couldn't really find a third one that I really liked. Seemed like there was a lot of trappy plays today, and I just didn't want to fall for them. I'm not a huge fan of this slate, but I love these 2 plays. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day, we're going to be taking the Athletics and the Astros under 8 runs at minus 110 odds. Now, both these 2 teams, great to the under. The A's, they are 28th in the entire MLB to the under with a record of 60, 47, and 7 to that under. So very, very good spot to target here. Houston, they are 30th to the under. Absolute dead last. Yes, dead last with a record of 69, 43, and 3 to the under. Another great spot to target. Both these teams are both very good to the under, and I don't think that changes today. Also, both these teams are really good. The game is obviously going to be in Houston. So Oakland, they are 33, 23, and 3 to the under on the road this year. They've been really, really good on the road, especially to this under. So I'm going to be hammering it for sure. Also, Houston, they are 31, 23, and 2 to the under at home this year. So they have been really good to the under at home. And like I said, I don't really foresee that changing. Now, Cole Irvin is going to be on the mound here for Oakland. I don't really need to say too much about Cole Irvin. Cole Irvin's been absolutely fantastic. But just a couple stats here for you. Has a 2.92 ERA over the course of the season. Still pretty good, under 3. But versus Houston this year, he's pitched a total of 24 2/3 innings versus Houston so far this year. Has an ERA of 2.19. He's been fantastic versus Houston, and I don't think that really changes here much. But also in his last 5 games, he has an ERA of 1.85. Cole Irvin has been absolutely fantastic. And not to mention, in his last 7 starts, in Cole Irvin's last 7 starts, he hasn't given up more than 2 runs. That's the most that he's given up in his last 7 starts. So he's been really, really good here as of late, and I don't really expect that to change. Cole Irvin's a really good pitcher, and I think that he can get it done for us. And on the flip side of the mound, Christian Javier here for Houston. He's also been really good. He has a 3.14 ERA over the course of the season with a 2.6 ERA at home this year. And if you look at his last 4 starts, he does have an earned run log of 1, 2, 3, and 1. So I think that he is a very good pitcher. I think that he can definitely hold this A's team to a very low-scoring game. And when it does come to the bullpens, the A's don't necessarily have a great bullpen. It does make me a little bit nervous. But Houston, they have the best bullpen ERA in the entire MLB, and they give up the second fewest runs in the entire MLB. So I'm not worried about this at all when it comes to the A's side of things. I think that the A's are going to be a very low-scoring team. I do worry a little bit about Houston. I think that Cole Irvin is going to pitch an absolute gem. I'm just worried about that bullpen, truly. So that is going to be our first play of the day. A's and the Astros under 8 runs at -110 odds. Now for our second and final play of the day, we're going to be taking Cleveland plus a half here in the first 5 versus Toronto at -125 odds. Now, Toronto has definitely been a team that has been struggling here lately. Eventually, they are going to turn it around, but I just don't think that day is going to be today. Cleveland is 57-54 to the first 5 run line. They are at least they're a little bit above 500, nothing too crazy, but they're a little bit above 500. And Toronto, they're 49-61 to the run line in the first 5, so they are way below 500 when it comes to the first 5 run line. Also, Cleveland, they've been red hot here over their last 10 games, 7-3 to the run line in the first 5. Toronto, on the flip side of things, like I said, they've been struggling. They're 3-7 to the run line in their last 10 games. Definitely not a spot that you want to target for the Toronto Blue Jays. Also, Toronto is 27-29 to that first 5 run line at home this year. So they are just a touch below 500 at home this year. But Cleveland, they have been red hot in their last 10 road starts. They are 9-1 to the first 5 run line. So hopefully, I mean that's some insane stuff right there. They have covered in 9 of their last 10 road games. So I think that they can continue that once again. Cleveland, also, they do score 4.56 runs per game on the road. Well, Toronto at home this year, they average 4.64. So I know overall, over the course of the whole season, Toronto is a better offense when it comes to scoring runs. But in these certain circumstances where Cleveland's on the road, Toronto's at home, both these teams are very, very comparable. So I think that it is a really good spot to target. Also, Cleveland does allow 4.18 runs per game over the course of the entire season, and Toronto they allow 4.46 runs per game at home. So they have been so Cleveland actually does have a little bit of an advantage here. They're very good on the road, so I think that does stand true once again today. And if we take a look at the starting pitching matchup, we have Shane Bieber on the mound here for Cleveland with a 3.21 ERA over the course of the season, 3.04 on the road, and a 2.57 ERA in his last 5 starts. So he has been really, really good. If you look at his last 3 games, he has an earned run log of 0, 2, and 1 earned run. So fantastic spot here for Shane Bieber. And on the flip side of things, we have Kevin Gausman. Now, Kevin Gausman is definitely not a bad pitcher. That's not why I'm taking this bet. But I'm taking this bet because he hasn't necessarily been great at home this year. Has a 2.91 ERA over the course of the season, so very comparable here to Shane Bieber, but a 4.91 at home. So I definitely think that Shane Bieber can keep it tied or be winning after 5 innings. So that is going to be our second and final play of the day. Cleveland plus a half here in the first 5 versus Toronto at -125 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Sander signing out. Peace.